Hi, everybody. My name is Nanika Edwards, and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. In this video, I am sharing the Chinese script for king, the Chinese word for king. And you may look at this and think, but it doesn't have a crown. I'm not seeing a person. I'm not seeing a face. You know, Chinese script in most instances cannot be taken literally, and some people may say, well, how am I supposed to make sense of it then? Well, I always direct people to the Nike icon. Think about it and what it represents. It's not literal, but it still makes sense on some level. And Chinese script is like that. So this is a word for king. You can get a full explanation of this character from a biblical perspective in the playlist section of my YouTube channel, Big People Talk. I have a section with about 5 videos that is dedicated to videos about that is dedicated to the topic. I think Chinese through the Bible, something along those lines. You can just check my playlist section, scroll down a bit, and you'll see it. Anyway, this is a Chinese script for king, and what it represents is this: the three horizontal lines represent heaven, humanity, and the earth. The vertical line that connects them all, if it were angled horizontally, would represent the number one. Okay, so a single horizontal line written from left to right, not right to left, represents the number one. Now, a lot of Chinese script can actually be framed within biblical philosophy. I think that makes a lot of sense, but I don't want to get into all of historical narrative for that. Okay. Yes, modern China is atheist. Yes, modern China may not subscribe to Christianity, but if you look at their script, which predates modern China from ancient times, their script does in fact encode a great deal of biblical philosophy. So we're talking even predating Christianity, which I think is very interesting. Biblical principles, even from the Old Testament, dovetail seamlessly with many Chinese words. So, how does this script represent king? Well, I think the best way to explain this is within a biblical context. So, in the Bible talks about kings and talks about priests. And the people of God, God always designed and hoped would be a royal priesthood. He wanted the nation of Israel to be a royal priesthood, and every person who bends their knee to Jesus Christ on a certain level becomes a royal priest, a combination of royalty and priesthood, right? So that means that a royal priest is somebody who is monarchical in not only in power or rule and reign, but also in character, in nobility. And also, a king was supposed to be a priest, somebody who acted as a connection point between God and somebody or something else. So that's what this character represents. And if we're looking at, if you want to just look purely at Chinese history, in pre-dynastic China, when you look into some of the original Chinese records of their culture, their way of thinking about religion and their relationship with a higher power, then this character actually makes a lot of sense. I remember in my first year of university in Canada, I did a year-long history course about China. Sorry, I did a year-long history course about East Asia. Most of it was about China. And I remember as one of my papers choosing to analyze a paper about, I believe it was a king of some kind, some type of political leader who was offering sacrifices to a higher power, supreme being. And he was acting as both a political leader, a, an emperor, and a priest. So this makes a lot of sense. So this is backed up not only by biblical philosophy and biblical history, but also by Chinese history itself, or at least Chinese historical records. Actually, I was thinking about it today. The paper that I wrote, my professor actually asked my permission to have published in a journal. To this day, I have no idea which journal it was. I have no idea how to find it. You know, it was my first year of university. I didn't understand those things, but it seems she was very impressed by the paper, and I assume it was published. I really don't know. But yeah, this script brings that paper to mind actually. So I actually still have the paper. It will be I will be sharing it. I will be sharing it in my book Heart Smart 2, which I'm still rolling out. I'm rolling it out part by part in ebook format. And the paper that I wrote in that first year history course will be in that ebook. So that's it. This is a word for king, and as you can see, it's color coded. All of the script or the words in this series, they're color coded. And, purple, move, you could see, but purple, colors along that line, they're the colors of royalty. So that's why I went with this color. So that's it. Please feel free to share your thoughts, your questions. And if you would like to learn more about Chinese, I do have a 25 video series on my channel, Big People Talk. You can check the playlist section. The name of the series is it's called About Chinese. And if you scroll through my playlist section, you'll find it. And I also have other videos about Chinese script where I decompose, deconstruct Chinese script, and it will give you a better understanding of how logical the writing is. I know that the writing tends to scare people, but it's very logical and really beautiful, and you might be surprised just how easy it is to understand. So that's it. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. What does this script, what does this word, what does this sinogram bring to mind for you? Well, over and out for now. Until next time.